What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special 3-part series here on Shifting Lanes. My name is Gregson and I just got back my Volvo V70R. Now, for those that don't know this channel, you may think that this really isn't a big deal, but here's the thing. This is the first car we've ever owned that is a fully built project car. The engine work is officially complete. The guys up at Rolling Motors in Connecticut, Ben McNally, Bobby, Steve-O, the tuner, they all had a hand in this, and it is ridiculous. Today, we are going to go over the full build of what the guys at Rolling Motors actually did to get this car to 400 horsepower. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like what you see, please hit the big red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. It really helps us out, and that way you will know anytime we upload a new video. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. You know the car. Let's just not even talk today. Let's just get right into the time lapse. Ben and the guys took a ton of time lapse of the engine disassembly, the turbo being put on, and just everything. So let's roll that footage. I will describe exactly what's going on, and then tomorrow you guys will get another video of me doing the first drive in this car on video for you. First things first, let's get this video done, which is the build, then the first drive, and then the third part in this series, we're gonna take it back to the dyno. So let's hop inside because it's pretty disgusting outside. It's just rainy, gross, and I will describe exactly what's going on. Let's roll it. First things first, of course, whenever you build a car, you have to disassemble the engine. Now, what you're watching is Ben and Bobby up at Rolling Motors. They are disassembling everything to get this thing into a space where they could do all of the work that needed to be done. What you're watching is them actually removing the charge pipe over top, as well as the head, all the bolts, basically everything to get the head off of the car. Now, you need to remove the valve timing covers, you need to remove the engine covers. Once the head is completely off, then we sent it off to a machine shop to get it fully refinished and CNC ported. While the head was off, what we did was shim the block on these cars. Now, if you don't know and you're new to the channel, the Volvo 5-cylinder engines of this generation, they have an inherent weak spot between the cylinder walls. You can probably see it here on camera. Between each cylinder, there's a small gap. Now, what you need to do to make these cars a bit more reliable so you don't get a cracked block is put shims between each of the cylinder walls. And you would use a feeler gauge and some material like an aluminum, a brass, a steel, or something like that to actually put between the cylinder walls to make sure that the cracks do not happen. Once we did that, we needed to fix the all-wheel drive system. Now, I'm going to make a completely different video on this entire fix, but Ben is taking the exhaust pipe off here, and you need to do that to get access to the drive shaft, which also needs to come out. Now, like I said, I'm going to make a completely different video on this, showcasing exactly what you need to do to repair a busted all-wheel drive system on these cars. So let's skip ahead to the next thing that they did. Once they had the head removed and everything disassembled, they took out the intercoolers and we installed the new front mount intercooler from Snob via FCP Euro. If you don't know who FCP Euro is, they are a foreign car parts supplier to you guys. If you have a Volvo, if you have a Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Porsche, Volkswagen, whatever, you need to go check out FCP Euro because they supply you with amazing parts and they have a lifetime warranty on all wear items that they sell. So if you buy a set of brakes from them and you wear them out, you can send them back for free and they will give you a new set. So that's why we purchased a lot of our stuff from FCP Euro. They're a former sponsor of this channel and they do a ton of great work. We've met them. They're an awesome company, and go check them out. The link will be in the description below, and that is where we got the intercooler kit from Snab, was via FCP Euro. Once the engine was fully disassembled, Ben and the team took their time because they wanted to get everything right. They checked each cylinder, they checked it for scoring, they checked it for any weird marks that may have happened. They cleaned everything up, took a look, put the new head gasket back on once everything was confirmed it was really good, and then started to put the engine back together. But that's also not with a lot more things being done. That includes new 750cc injectors at 3 bar, but this thing is running, I believe, close to 4 bar, so it actually should be more like 800 cc's because this thing absolutely dumps fuel like crazy. Once everything was good with the head went back on. Now, the head is basically, as I said, a CNC ported and fully refinished head. And what that does is that actually gives you a lot more, well, snarl in how this engine sounds. It also opens everything up to allow for more power. Finally, what went on was the turbo. Now, this was the one where we were going to gain the most power from. This is a K26 Porsche turbo shoved inside of a K24 housing. And if you saw the last video on this car, which will be linked in the card above, you will see the differences. There are a ton of differences here. It's unbelievable how the stock turbo looks to this one, and it's a ton more openness in a way. The turbo looks great. It's fully custom fabricated for this car because it needed to be. Everything was bored out even more, but with this and all the turbo lines and all the vacuum lines and all the oil lines all plugged in, we should be making close to 400 horsepower at the crank, and that will be confirmed in our dyno video 2 videos from now. All right, guys, moment of truth. Here is the final product. Check it out. Now, this is the Snob intercooler kit I was talking about. That's the overpipe. We also replaced a bunch of bushings. This is a new PowerFlex bushing for the engine mount. We also did some bushings here for the crossbar. This is the final product. We have a fully built head. We have the intercooler in. We have the turbo. I'm not sure if you're going to be really able to see that, but if you're going to Carlisle next week, you will be able to see that because I will be there, and this car will be opened up for everyone to see. You can also check out the intercooler, which is right here. There are actually 2 intercoolers in this car from stock, which is really not ideal, but you know, this gives you a ton more breathing. It gives you way better cooling, and it's just a fabulous kit. And the really cool part about it is we had an issue with fitment on this pipe. Now, because this kit was purchased through FCP Euro, that may have been an issue, but Ben knows the guys up at Snab. He called Christian and we got a new pipe, and he brought all the order information up from FCP Euro, said no problem, sent out a new one, and it fit beautifully. So amazing customer service from not only FCP Euro, but also Snab and Rolling Motors. And it just looks amazing. And we have our RS4 map here. We have the whole kit from the intake fully put down in there. It looks really, really good. And guys, we have our first fully built project car on Shifting Lanes, the Volvo V70R. And I am so excited to bring you the next video on this thing, to just show you how much of a monster this has become, because the E46 M3 and Guff Supra doesn't stand a chance. That will essentially do it for today's video. I'm trying to bring you guys shorter videos that aren't 15, 20, 30 minutes long of me just talking and no really fun stuff being done, because I know I can talk, and I'm sorry, I'm just really excited about the growth of this channel and the growth of Shifting Lanes as a brand, especially about this car. I'm really excited about tomorrow's video because it is crazy, and I don't want to bring you this content in this crappy weather. It's supposed to be nicer tomorrow. You guys need to hear this thing, and I need to give you better footage than just some cameras pointing outside from inside the car, because you need to hear this thing. If you're going to be at Carlisle this Saturday, you will hear it coming from a mile away. It is that loud, but it's not loud like a straight pipe would be, and you'll understand that in the next video. It is unfreaking believable. Oh my god, you guys, I'm really excited to bring you what tomorrow's video is going to be. So yeah, you get 2 videos of the V70R this week, hopefully a dyno video, not next week but the week after, because next week we're going to the Dragon. We're going to be at Carlisle this Saturday. Hanson's going to be at IPD garage sale this Saturday. We have so much content that we're going to bring you guys over the next like 2 to 3 months. It is mind-boggling. Guff, dude, your Supra doesn't stand a chance. This thing is a monster, and you guys will see just how much of a monster it is tomorrow. If you want to follow us on social media, it is at Shifting Lanes. If you want to support us with Patreon, any t-shirt sales, buy this cool hoodie that has my V70R on it, you can check out the links in the description below to purchase or support us. That will do it for today's video. I will catch you next time. See ya!